In this video, I will continue presentation of Rethinking of Aging, and it is part 2 about the power of low-carbohydrate diets for longevity. In some sense, it is repetition of what I have presented in previous videos, but it is important, so I will do it again. As always, I recommend you to download presentation as PDF file from the description from the link in the description, and you can go to the links, and also you can go to the sources for information. Make your own research. Don't rely on me because I am a doctor of science, but in physics I have a PhD in physics and mathematics. Biology is my favorite subject of science, but yet I am not a medical professional. I am not supposed to provide any medical advice. This research I do for myself mostly, to extend my longevity to about 1000 years or maybe longer. So let's go into details of this presentation. Under aerobic conditions, fatty acid oxidation, commonly referred as beta-oxidation, generates fewer reactive oxygen species and produces more energy molecules of the adenosine triphosphate compared to glucose. This is due to differences in how electrons are transferred across the mitochondrial membrane to the electron transport chain in the mitochondria, of course. The beta-oxidation of fatty acid generates both nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and flavin adenine dinucleotide, and with this flavin adenine dinucleotide feeding electrons directly into complex 2, also known as succinate dehydrogenase, and of the electron transfer chain, bypassing respiratory complex 1, where a significant portion of reactive oxygen species is generated. In contrast, glucose metabolism in aerobic condition primarily feeds electrons into complex 1 via this nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, and where more reactive oxygen species is produced. Consequently, glucose metabolism significantly results in higher reactive oxygen species production per molecule of adenosine triphosphate. Okay, so you see this is schematical presentation of electron transfer chain. So this complex 1 and complex 2, so the beta oxidation can supply directly this to complex 2, but complex 1 generate a lot of this reactive oxygen species. So it's really really beta oxidation is much less harmful to our body. So excess reactive oxygen species generation can overwhelm cellular antioxidant defenses, leading to oxidative stress, tissue inflammation, and the accumulation of senescent cells. So again, you can go and to the source of information, read the full article. The ketogenic diet is a high-fat, low-carbohydrate diet with about 90% of calories from fat. It was developed in 20s of the last century to treat drug-resistant childhood epilepsy. A ketogenic diet possesses anti-cancer properties and dramatically reduces oxidative stress. Liver-produced ketones increase mitochondrial respiratory complex activity and scavenge free radicals, so they have antioxidant properties. A ketogenic diet may mimic the metabolic alteration associated with fasting in humans. Ketogenic diet has shown promise in animal models and patients with Alzheimer's disease by improving mental and cognitive function. Of course, our brain works much better on ketone bodies than on glucose. However, reliable clinical trials in humans are still lacking, and the efficacy of ketogenic diet in treating Alzheimer's disease remains uncertain. And what else you can expect, because ketogenic diet cannot be patented, it is just, well, and so somebody have to cover cost of this clinical trial, so it is actually impossible. You cannot rely, but all the mechanism, all the science indicates that it has to be very, very good option for the elderly following the ketogenic diet. Okay, so the typical diet, like Western diet or American diet, includes mostly energy from carbohydrates and a little bit from fat, but also fat includes seed oils and protein, little bit protein, again protein mostly from plant sources. In keto diet is 90% of fat is produced from energy. Carbohydrates is less than 10% or even less than 8% here. So, and protein, low protein is some option of the ketogenic diet, which is useful for to reduce fat, to lose fat in people. So this is how it works. Again, this glucose goes to Krebs cycle, but again, Krebs cycles supply this to further to the chain, to the electron chain transfer, and then it's generate antioxidants. Oh, pardon, the reactive oxygen species. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I get this slide. Yeah, okay then, okay, whatever. So the liver produces ketone bodies. This is beton hydroxybutyrate and acetone not much, but okay. But again, ketone production is much better than for bodies than rely to glucose. Okay, fast carbohydrates cause blood sugar and insulin to rise. In older age, following diets with high carbohydrate consumption may lead to the development of obesity. This is quite certain. And patients with obesity, heart failure, and hypertension may find ketogenic therapy to be generally encouraging. So you can go to the source of information. Low carbohydrate diets are safe and effective in the treatment of type 2 diabetes. Oh, pardon, this is 28, not 20, 28. Okay, and reducing weight in obese individuals. Reducing consumption of unsaturated fat like seed oils and adopting a ketogenic diet may help minimize cellular damage and accumulation of senescent cells. Additionally, ketogenic diet may slow the accumulation of advanced glycation end products, which contribute to the stiffening of the extracellular matrix, blood vessels, in tissues due to exposure of collagen fibers to sugars. This is, I believe, that this is the main mechanism of aging, stiffening of extracellular matrix and also blood vessels and tissues. So as we see, consumption of carbohydrate normally ends up in this high peak of glucose in blood, and protein can give some also peak, but fat is very low in production of fat, because fat, again, all consumption of fat goes up very much different. I was talking about this in my presentation. It is again rely on fat as source of energy is so much better than carbohydrates. The blood vessel stiffening is linked to hypertension, compromised oxygen delivery to tissues, so it is called hypoxia, increased oxidative stress, and accelerated aging. However, 6 months ketogenic diet had no effect on the blood flow and aorta elastic characteristics, as adaptation of ketogenic diet takes longer. Again, people, if you want to improve your health and you shift to ketogenic diet, it's again not very easy. So I was talking about this quite many times. So it is, you can have some side effects, and so it takes, again, you will not see a big advantage before like 4-6 months. It takes 4-6 months, the shortest, and during this transition you can have side effects which you probably don't like you breathe acetone, so your body will stink a little bit like a beast. So, but again, if you will continue to use ketogenic diet, it will be, you will feel yourself much better. Your brain will work much better. So it is a way for any elderly person to improve health, to follow ketogenic diet. But again, a ketogenic with plant-based fats is that is very low in carbohydrates and low in protein, helps to quickly lose weight in those who are obese. It is very much promoted, such diet, but however, in the long term, such diet has side effects related to kidney stones formation, muscle loss, and vitamin deficiency. Well, again, what is normally promoted, this plant-based ketogenic diet, I was doing it myself for a long time ago, and I was much disappointed because not muscle, I didn't see muscle loss, but there was no muscle growth despite I was doing a lot of exercises. So, but this shortage of protein from animal sources is very, not very healthy. So instead, the carnivore diet is a high fat and high protein diet in which only animal products such as meat, eggs, and dairy products are consumed. Utilizing animal fats as the main source of energy increases total cholesterol, natural levels of vitamin D, steroid hormones like DHEA, and sex hormones. Again, guys, don't be afraid that your cholesterol will increase. Again, this all I consider very confusing about cholesterol. Medical professional call bad cholesterol and good cholesterol, and this is not cholesterol. It is lipoproteins, vessels that deliver cholesterol and deliver fat to tissues of our bodies. And it is again high cholesterol is healthy actually. Total cholesterol, if total cholesterol is high, the risk of death is reduced, and the longevity and the length of your life will be extended. So it's, don't be afraid. I was doing it. I was talking about this many times in my presentation. So take it easy, okay? And don't go to measure cholesterol. It's again better if you follow this transition to ketogenic diet or a better carnivore diet and consume like butter. Butter, I believe, is the best source of animal fat, but also other like lard and lard also can be healthy. Not always, but can be healthy. But not chicken fat. Okay, let's go. So what else again? Cross-linking reactions due to reaction of collagen with sugar is happening in liver and everywhere. So if you follow this high carbohydrate diet, fibrosis develops everywhere in your tissues, and then this accelerates your aging very much. So blood vessel stiffening is linked to hypertension, compromised oxygen delivery to tissues, so it's so-called hypoxia, increased oxidative stress, and accelerated aging. Yeah. However, 6 months ketogenic diet has no effect on the blood. Pardon this. I repeated. So I repeated this slide. Sorry. How it is possible? Okay, I repeated this slide, but okay, whatever. Specifically, levels of estradiol were elevated in women when they consumed full-fat dairy products. Men's body composition and performance improve favorably, and their testosterone levels rise significantly when they combine a ketogenic diet with weight training. Yeah, again, to increase production of testosterone and vitamin D and other hormones, you need a lot of cholesterol. Cholesterol is the base of your health. But if you add to this weight training, it will your muscles will grow. But again, if your purpose or your goal is life extension, it is again you have to be very careful about weight training. The aerobic exercises are much more healthy. As people age, their ability to digest red meat is impaired. It causes undigested protein to degrade in the colon with the production of toxin. This I was talking already before, that again this is why the carnivore animals don't live too long, because again this undigested protein degrades and produce toxins, and toxins make this shorten life of these carnivore animals. So be careful, because it's a lot of people promote on internet, promote carnivore diet. It is helping in younger age, but not in old age. So anyway, carnivore diet should be modified. So recent research suggests that older adults may need around 2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. So it's okay, sorry, I repeated. To maintain muscle health. Okay, this is a lot. You need a lot of protein. Okay, believe me. And therefore, a carnivore diet has to be modified to use easily digestible protein. So if you consume in older age too much red meat, like it is promoted by internet influencers, you will actually shorten your life. Yeah. So I didn't see anyone internet influencer who promote carnivore diet and who looks younger than his chronological age. So they may have some muscles, but not it is not rejuvenation. So you have to be careful about this. So, and again, you have to use easily digestible proteins from organ meat, eggs, whey protein. Whey protein is especially helpful and healthy. Also include probiotics and prebiotics to improve gut health, such as yogurt, lactose, and mushrooms, and be supplemented with amino acids. So amino acids are cheap and quite affordable, and this is, you just need a lot of amino acids like lysine, glycine, and other amino acids. They are very affordable, and they can be combined with vitamin C and other supplements to improve your health. Again, I refer to already to this my previous videos. You can go and check them, and also read presentation to get all details. Marinating red meat, if you like red meat, it is okay. But marinating red meat in acidic ingredients like lemon juice and vinegar acid. Even also you can use also alcohol. Alcohol also helps. And the use of enzymes such as papain from papaya and bromelain from pineapple for marinating. Okay, so it can improve the digestibility of meat. What I highly recommend you, it is slow cooking by sauce vide method is very much preferable to save vitamins and nutrients and to avoid creation of toxic advanced glycation end products in high temperature cooking methods like grilling and frying. I see these people who promote consume red meat which is grilled, and they are killing themselves. They shorten their life. It is again. So what is, some people promote consumption of meat like raw meat, and it is not healthy because it can be with some worms or bacteria, so it is not safe. But sauce vide method, it is the best and most healthy method. It's actually saving time for you, because you can produce these meals and keep them in a not freezer but in cool shrunk in a refrigerator. So again, yeah, I just go. So this is so easy. You can use some thermostat with circulating of water, but it's actually you can use the induction oven, for example, and if induction oven can adjust the temperature, and if you can adjust temperature and keep it like 55 degrees centigrade. Also, there are hot air ovens with the thermostat, so you can use it. Also, it is not so good because it is circulating air, not water, but it is cheap and affordable. So what you have to do is buy these plastic bags and seal the meat, or I prefer organ meat, and cook it just again 50 minutes for a temperature 55 degrees centigrade. It is so much more delicious. Trust me, it is again. If you go to some restaurants, such meat cooked with sauce with their method, it is much more expensive. But you can do it yourself. It is so easy. Again, it's not a problem at all. So intake of betaine or trimethylglycine, it is also recommended before meal to improve digestion of proteins in the stomach. Yeah, okay, so it's again, I recommend, so I personally, I rely more on organ meat than on red meat. Red meat sometimes I eat and sometimes it is less. I just imagine, okay, if I will eat red meat, it would be good or not good, and if it is good, if I want red meat, I buy red meat and or already cooked, or maybe or I do it myself. But organ meat is cheaper. It is so much more vitamins, so much more nutrients, and of course, for example, if you have if you cook the liver, it is a lot of vitamins, and also it has some carbohydrates like glycogen, but it is healthy. It is healthy. Glycogen is slow. It is not fast carbohydrate. It is slow carbohydrate. It is also very healthy. It will restore your sources of your glycogen in muscles and your liver. Highly recommended. And I later on maybe I will give some cooking recipes of what I'm doing. It takes me it is so easy and so cheap to do, and it's so delicious. I just enjoy it so much. But okay, again, life can be much better if you follow what I recommend. It's a consumption of eggs and this organ meat, and so cheap, so easy. Okay, betaine also recommended. You need betaine anyway. It is not only to improve your digestion, it is also for rejuvenation of your body. I will talk about this later on. Okay, what else? All tissues, blood vessels are entirely lined with endothelium cells. This I just cannot talk less about. This is so important. Because all your body rely on blood supply, and and then for efficient blood supply you need healthy endothelium layers. And by the way, if you if you take some vaccination, for example, yeah, I was talking about this. I want to mention, if you take any vaccine, I would never do it, but okay, if you decide that it is necessary or you forced to do it, then what is necessary? No carbohydrate, no the minimum carb. So you have to follow ketogenic diet, number one, and second, you have to be very careful about its consequences, because this vaccine destroys endothelium cells, and if you destroy endothelium cells, you get blood clots, and you have thrombosis. Many young people, relatively young people, passed away after this vaccination because they don't know what to do. Again, it can be relatively, I would not say safe, but if you're forced to do it, you have to take some precautions. I would never do vaccination. Never and ever. Why? Because you can keep your body healthy at any age and without any vaccine. Vaccine, especially for elderly, vaccines don't work. It's because your immune system is degraded. Okay, let's go. So again, to grow new blood vessels, it is important, and during this new blood vessels, it is named angiogenesis, and endothelium cells divide and infiltrate to the tissue, hypoxic tissue, to produce new blood vessels. Reduced blood flow, prolong the chronic hypoxia, oxidative stress, and secondary tissue damage result from the damage to capillary endothelium cells and to the endothelium glycocalyx. This is again, guys, it is so important to keep your glycocalyx and to keep your endothelium layer healthy. It's more important than to keep your epithelium layer in your guts more healthy. It's both are very important, but maybe endothelium cells are more important. So a glycocalyx is a layer of gel-like glycoproteins on the apical, so it is external on surface of the endothelium, and so okay, you see here it is gel-like layer of glycoproteins, but it is under electron microscope. But it's actually with some gel, with some not only glycoproteins. It is like gel-like substance, and it is covers the surface of the inner surface, luminal surface of the capillaries. And it is absolutely important for your blood, for your oxygen delivery and blood flow, because all the dilation of capillaries and blood delivery, and it's over-regulated by this epithelium, a very thin layer of epithelium cells. Under normal conditions, endothelium cells release molecules that help to maintain proper blood flow. Endothelium cells also release nitric oxide to dilate blood vessels and prevent the formation of blood clots. Elevated blood sugar results in endothelium glycocalyx dysfunction. As I said, to avoid this consumption of sugar and that's carbohydrates if you are in danger. Anyway, it's better to follow ketogenic diet and carnivore diet with organ meat and some animal fat like lard and butter. Butter is the best. So if you have elevated blood sugar, it results to compromised oxygen delivery and elevated oxygen stress and accelerated aging. Okay, so it's absolutely important. You can go to sources of information, read about this. So this again, I rely on scientific publications. I rely on science, and because I'm a professional scientist myself, I don't trust any opinion, would it be international internet influencers or whoever. I read publications, I try to understand mechanism, how this or that works, and then for myself, I develop some ideas to follow, and the ideas is very simple and cheap, like sous vide method of cooking, and using organ meat, and avoiding carbohydrates, avoiding plant-based protein, and avoiding also seed oils. It's easy and cheap. I spend more money to feed my dogs and cats than on myself, and time also, because I buy the chicken carcasses for my dogs and cats, and it's cooking. It's for them takes longer than for myself. For myself, it's very easy. So again, you can seal this your dishes, your organ meat or red meat with spices, with salt, etc. And you can keep it in a cooler, and then heat it up in microwave oven. It's so few minutes to get, and especially if you follow one meal per day like I do. It's very much time saving method. Only again, you make this. You need this temperature. So the water should not be boiling, but keep it maybe 55, maybe 60 degrees centigrade, not much more, and then it is nutrients and all this. It is so much more delicious than a grilled meat or meat that's fried meat. It's avoid it. Okay, avoid. Okay, guys. So again, you can go to the source of information. If you watch this video, thank you for your time. And if you want to support my channel, you can get links in the description to contact me and maybe to support me somehow. And then if you support my channel, you will get benefits to contact me, and I will answer your questions. Normally I answer questions in the comments, but I wish to if you of course, if you will contact me personally, you will get more information and more better advice, and I will, so you can use my advice and for this. Okay, thank you for your time. Have a good day. Ciao, ciao.